Welcome back, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick tour of our old Hymer motorhome. So many people ask questions, what it is, who made it, who's Hymer. So this is a 1993 Hymer B544 built on a Fiat Ducato chassis. Who are Hymer? Well, they're a German coach builder, and what they do is they basically get chassis from main manufacturers. So in this age, Fiat, Renault and Citroen had a commonly shared chassis which they use for their vans, and the other one is Mercedes. So you basically find these with either one of those three or Mercedes, but the three French manufacturers, Italian, are all the same. They would then get this chassis and coach build on top their bespoke body, which is what you see here, which is I think aluminium and foam construction, a little bit like a caravan, but sturdier than that as it has a metal frame. As you can see, it's very different from a converted van, such as a transporter or a transit, and you'll see some major differences. It's a lot squarer, but it's also wider, about the same length, but also taller. So you'll see when we go inside, there's much more room. Beautiful weekend in Cornwall, so just wanted to do a bit of filming while we were there. Now there's lots of different chassis numbers, but broadly speaking, you get the B5s and the B6s. B5s are smaller, about 5-ish metres, B6s are longer, about 6-ish metres. Mercedes equivalent starts with S5 or S6, but the most popular model seems to be B544, which is about 5 metres long, and 44 denotes the layout inside. So in this particular model, kitchen and bathroom at the back, sitting room in the middle, and as with all of them, big cab and drop down bed up top. Now, what are these like to own and drive? Well, you're driving a 1993 van, basically, so they're not the fastest. This is a 2.5 litre turbo diesel. You can get a non-turbo, but I wouldn't recommend that. It's awfully slow up hills, apparently. This is also a right-hand drive, which is rarer because it is a German vehicle, so they mostly left-hand drive. And it also has power steering, so you can get a non-power steering model, but again, power steering is better if you can get it. If you've ever owned an old German thing, like an old VW like we do, then you're going to be used to a leisurely drive. And here you can see, really, by today's standards, it's about the same size as a long wheelbase van, really. If you've ever hired or you drive one as a tradesman, you're going to be used to driving this sort of thing. And you get lots of stickers telling you all the wonderful facilities you have inside. So let's go inside and have a little look what we've got. So as you'd expect from the lovely Germans, it's extremely well thought out. We've got a fridge bottom left there, which runs on gas or electric. We've got a gas hob cooking up a little bit of halloumi there. Fridge underneath with a small freezer drawer, which is perfectly adequate. You can go away and you get it going on gas and then keep it topped up on electric. A lot of UK vans have an oven fitted, although Germans didn't do that. So you may get a van where this is just a cabinet, and then you've got a sink on top. So there's an electric pump for running the water. So you've got running water there, and you've got blackout blinds on all the windows, so at night you can have some proper darkness. You've got a stable door, so you can stand inside and enjoy the lovely views across the Cornish seaside. Lovely North Cornwall bank holiday weekend. One of the quirky favourites that Hymer owners have is the magical control panel, all in German, which gives you fresh water and wastewater measurement using the literage on the bottom of the scale, and then battery 1, which is the van battery, and battery 2, which is the leisure battery. That gives you a reading in volts on the top. They're linked, and we have a solar panel, so that keeps it charged. A spare switch in the middle, which some people use for external lights. And then the lufter, which is the air or the extractor fan. And then we have the Strom meter, which is power. I'm trying to make that needle move by switching on lots of things, but effectively that shows you the drain on your electrical system. So if you're at night and you've got lots of things running electrically, that will drop into the red to show you're draining your leisure battery. But you've got a solar panel, so it tops up. We've never run out of power Even on a cloudy day, solar works, as most people are aware. And then just in case you wake up in the morning and forget where you are indeed in a Hymer. And what time is it? It's always 8:25 because the battery's dead and a pointless vent. Then we have our bathroom. You have these little push buttons in here. This is actually a wet room. We've wallpapered in here and replaced with LED lights to brighten the thing up a bit. But you can see again, you've got a storage cupboard, lighting, toilet which goes into a cassette toilet, so that's relatively straightforward to empty. A little bathroom cabinet here so you can keep all your bits and bobs in. You've also got the sink, which is again run by the electric pump, and the lovely Thetford cassette toilet, but it works fine. It's still going strong after 30 years. You can see the floor there has a drain, so technically you can put a curtain up in here and have a shower, but we've never actually done that. We've taken the curtain down, which was there, but you could have a shower in there. Probably a bit tight, probably bang your elbows on the wall, but you know, you've got it if you want to use it. So again, really well thought out. Moving to the front of the van, one of the best features are these really nice captain seats. They're Isri truck seats if you're interested, but they allow you to get this fabulous view. When you're driving along, it is brilliant. There's such good visibility in this vehicle. And also you can see here the difference in width. So when the camera pans down in a minute, you'll see that the Fiat dashboard actually is smaller than the width of the vehicle because the coach builders have made it bigger. So there's your Isri seats, they're captain seats, they'll spin round, lovely original fabric. But you can see the grey panel to the left and to the right shows that this is actually wider than a normal van. It's about 2.2 meters, but you've got this enormous dash, which is really nice. So big you can stick a cat up there, or a dog if it's small like ours. But it really is one of the best features, this marvellous view you get. And here you can see the fuse box for the main van, so that's for the van electrics, the van and motor, so headlamps, washers, that sort of thing. And here, this side panel, this is the habitation fuses, so this runs the electrics, the water, so everything that Hymer fitted. But you can see here the difference in width, that grey panel. So here's the van in sleeping configuration. We've folded the seats forward and we've dropped down the overhead bed. We've pulled the curtains across, as you can see here. Nice little view out across the field there. These curtains are the originals, I think, so we're going to be replacing them with something a bit darker. But you can sleep two of you up here. I'm 6'2", I fit in there just about. And you can see here that you can secure the bed back up, and it actually uses a seatbelt clip up there to hold the bed in place. Here it is up, so I've just pushed the bed up. Curtains and seats are still down, as you can see, and then it's simply a case, pull your curtains back, tie them back, and you're ready to drive. You can literally get up, put the bed up, pull the curtains back, provided you haven't got any loose items in the back, and be on the road in 10 minutes. It usually takes us about half an hour to get going, just make sure, you know, all the washing up's put away so it doesn't go bouncing across the room. But there we go, we're getting ready to go. And here's some earlier footage I shot when I replaced the hydraulic arms, those black things. The old ones had gone, so I fitted some new ones, which helps you or assists you for the bed going up and down. So here's the bed going up and down. It hasn't got any weight in it, but you can see there with the new hydraulics, it's going up and down pretty easily. Very common fault, you know, those rams have been on there 30 years, so they've lost their power, so you have to replace them. But again, it just shows bed going up and down. Very simple setup, very sturdy. I'm not light and it holds me no problem. So let's summarise then. Why might you want to buy one of these vans? What's the difference between this and say getting a Transit or a Transporter? Well, you get an enormous feel of space inside these vans. If you've ever been in a converted van, they can feel quite cramped. They're obviously not built for people to live in. But this van, I can stand up in it at 6 foot plus. You've got the width, you've got the space around you when you're in there, the living space. A lot of my friends are tradesmen, you know, they've done van conversions, spent a lot of time and money doing it, but they still feel that this is much roomier, more comfortable to be in. You get this cracking view when you're driving along. You really just get to enjoy the experience. And you've got all the systems you need built in. You've got a 50 or 60 litre water tank. You've got the LPG tank here, which powers your gas boiler and your gas heater to give you hot water and ventilation. I haven't even covered that, but it's got a really efficient heating system. You've got solar power from the panel on top there, leisure battery, electric. You've got a built-in toilet and bathroom, and you can see the small right-hand door there towards the back end. That's your cassette toilet, so you can easily empty that out. So you've got an all-in-one solution which is going to allow you to go away for a weekend, a week. Many people live in these vans. They go away for months, going around all of Europe, North Africa, and they absolutely love it. If you want to go off the grid, it's a great solution. You may not want to buy a van and spend hours and hours converting it. You may want to get something like these beautiful old Hymers, which were built, in the 90s, peak German manufacturing. They really are built to last, and because a lot of it is aluminium, there's less to rust. You do need to check underneath, of course, but you are getting a marvellous solution, and we absolutely love it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe.